Bloomberg's reported 2 weeks ago that it's $1,500 a gold, that's what the majority of the futures are in December. Do you put any stake in that? I mean, that's what they say that's the case. I guess they can look it up.
Yes, that is so. That's a ways away. Whether that can be attained remains to be seen, but that's what speculation in the market is all about.
But I mean, that's like Vegas is normally right with what they're saying on a horse race or a boxing match. I mean, does that have as much validity as Vegas, or?
Probably more.
Probably more. Okay, stay there. Let's finish up with gold and more of the economic outlook with Bob Chapman after this quick break. And your phone calls. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365. Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones asking you for a minute of your time to tell you about soap. Not detergents, but good old-fashioned pure soap made by the Cal Ben Soap Company, a family-owned and operated American company. My family, staff, friends, and radio listeners are constantly telling me how much they love these products for bath, hair, laundry, and dishes. There is nothing like these factory-direct, big money-saving, triple-concentrated soaps anywhere. Get a free detailed catalog by calling 800-340-7091 or see them online at 5starsoap.com or Infowars.com. Let's talk to the owner of 5-Star Soap, Marty Schachter, and see what he has to say.
As founder and owner for over 63 years, people keep asking me, how's business? I'm happy to say our business is going down the drain. Call us at 1-800-340-7091 or visit our website, 5starsoap.com, for buying our 1 to 2 month soap sampler. Thank you.
Let me tell you a little bit about one of our great sponsors, HomeGain.com. This is the place to get you started buying or selling a home, finding a realtor, and getting any real estate questions answered. Go to HomeGain.com and see what I'm talking about. All you need to do is type in your home address, and you will get an instant free estimate of your home's value online. This is a great way to be able to monitor the value of your home. And again, it's absolutely free. There are tons of tools to help you. For instance, if you want to remodel your home, go to HomeGain.com. Use their Home Sale Maximizer to help you determine which home improvements can most increase your home's value before you put it on the market. For 10 years, these folks have been helping home sellers and buyers. Visit their link at Infowars.com. Look for Max, the orange Home Gain Gorilla, to help you with any real estate needs you might have. You'll love this site. It's HomeGain.com. HomeGain.com. Check them out today.
I have sworn upon the altar of God eternal hostility against every form of tyranny over the mind of man. Thomas Jefferson. It's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back live. Thank you so much for joining us today. Bob Chapman is our guest. We're going to go to John, Mark, Aaron, Michael, and Bill, and a few others for him in just a moment. And I want to get his take on the overall economic outlook with the inflation, joblessness, the unemployment numbers. But I briefly wanted to bring Ted Anderson up, the owner of the GCN Radio Network. I mean, before he even had the Genesis Network 14 years ago, he was one of my first sponsors in gold and silver. And we keep telling people, back when gold was $280 an ounce, we told you to get gold and silver. Back when silver was $5, $6 an ounce, now it's over 20. And it's just common sense in every case in history, whether it was Germany in the 30s, in the Weimar Republic in the 20s and 30s, or whether it is what's happening in Zimbabwe and Africa or Argentina. It's real simple. When governments start printing tens of trillions of dollars in currency, when they start allowing mega banks to sell fake derivatives, counterfeit instruments, when they do this, and when the government's spending double or triple now what it brings in revenue, you're going to have currency devaluation. You're going to have joblessness. You're going to have a depression. I mean, we're not rocket scientists, okay? This is common sense stuff, like I said last hour. When the insert of the different flu vaccine says it can cause Guillain-Barré's, cancer, infertility, narcolepsy, don't take it, okay? It's like these drug ads on TV. The side effects are worse than what it supposedly treats. This is a no-brainer. And Ted is almost out of the gold and silver at the lower price. It already went up some, but he still was able to buy gold and silver when it was lower. And it's a great deal. He's got the silver half dollars that are going for $26 most places. The better deals are $23 for a full 1 ounce coin. What is it? $16, $15 for the half ounce coin. In fact, Ted's got all the technical numbers on this. I just know you can't get one of these silver half dollars for less than $12 out there, and he's got them for $10. So, Ted, briefly tell us about those specific specials and how much silver's in the coin, how much gold is in the franc. Explain that to everybody, because sometimes I get it slightly wrong.
Yeah, I know, and it's easy to do because the governments never made them exactly to follow the ever-deploy system. They weren't doing that until about 1971 when the Krugerrand came out, and that was the first coin that ever really reflected that particular measurement of weights and measure. But the Walking Liberty half that we've been talking about at $9.95, that, I mean, just about anywhere now they're at $13 plus. Contains right between 1/3 and 1/2 of an ounce. It's 0.36165. I think that's actually, I'm just going off of my memory. It's pretty close. The franc coin, again, I call it 1/5 of an ounce of gold, but it's 1/5 of an ounce would be 0.2 right on the nose. Well, you got to remember, troy ounces weren't measured back then. It was called a 20 franc, and that was the measurement that was done all throughout Europe. It's just hair short of 1/5 of an ounce. It's like 0.185 something, you know, it's just almost right there. So I call it 1/5 of an ounce. That's what everybody does. And the coin is trading right now at $275. If you take that coin and you subtract the fact that I'm buying everybody a full year subscription to the Bob Chapman's International Forecaster that buys the coin, I mean, right now you're talking about just a little bit under $560 an ounce for gold. And now everybody knows that gold's going up. I mean, right now, gold is sitting at $277.60, and we've seen a high today already of $1,277.60, and we've seen a high today of $1,281.10. You know, that Bob's saying that we're going to have $1,300 an ounce gold. I can tell you right now, all you need is a $20 increase in gold, and not even that now, in order to see $1,300 an ounce gold. That is like just such a no-brainer, unless if something happens between now and perhaps the next few days where there's a large sell-off and it corrects. You know, that 3-week time period that Bob is talking about is probably conservative. It could happen next week or even toward the end of today's.
Well, let me stop
day.
you though. Let me quantify the fact that you are selling a silver half dollar that I see on the web for $13, $14, $15, $16. You're selling it for how much?
Well, we're selling it right now for $995 a coin. And so
no, Ted, I'm talking about the silver.
$9.95 a coin. So I mean that is just, you know, it's really discounted. It's just because I have a safe full of them, and I bought them before silver ran up over $20 an ounce. You know, and that's the bottom line there. I mean, if you're interested in that Walking Liberty half, you're not going to find that better somewhere else, and you're not going to be able to buy a franc for $275. Get a full year subscription to Bob Chapman's newsletter. I mean, that $275 is hard to find to start with, and now.
Yeah, but let's be clear, Ted. They're not $900 a piece. They're $9 and what?
Yeah, $9.95. I apologize. I'm getting too many numbers.
Oh, no. Listen, that's why I've got you up here, because I can't keep track of all this. And all over the web, they're selling these for $12, $13, $14, $15, $16 a coin.
That's what it is.
All right, how long can you hold it at that deal?
I am going to be holding this deal until Sunday night, not Monday, Sunday night, because the prices have already gone up. Silver shot up over $20 an ounce. I don't think we're going to see silver hold down.
Okay,
below.
and what do you have in gold coins at the lower price?
Well, again, I have a neat little supply. We do have some of those Buffalo coins. If you want to get them, it's going to be first come, first served. We have some $10 liberties and $20 liberties that are just touching, like the $20 liberties, just getting into the $1,600 level. And with gold spot right now at $1,277, this being a 100-year-old coin, you just can't get that coin at such a low price like that. There's just a variety of different things. If you want to get into the bags of junk silver, we have those. Bars, I know that I'm picking up about $100,000 worth of, I think they're Pam Swiss bars that are coming. I have to see them when they get in here. But again, all that stuff is really at a very good price right now. And Alex, come on, with what the economy is doing right now and what's going on worldwide, I mean, China. If you take a look at what the World Gold Council is saying about China, if China just catches up to Singapore and some of the Vietnam and some of those countries just around them, as far as how much gold is held per person, I mean, it's going to throw gold right through the roof. India, and not to mention what's going on in the Western world, and yet still only about 20% of the people are even starting to get involved with gold at this particular time. Everybody else is still tied up in the banks and the stock market thinking that we're going to have an economic return of some kind. I mean, people better be diversifying into gold, and it just only makes sense that people get involved at this time.
Absolutely, Ted. Well, let's give people the toll-free number. It's 800-686-2237. I hope folks will take advantage of this. 800-686-2237. And you've also got a deal when they buy $1 at already a really great deal, a wonderful deal. They get a free 1-year subscription. What is that, $159 value of the hard copy or the twice-a-week digital copy of the International Forecaster, or they can call and just get a free one-time introductory copy of Vital Intelligence from Bob Chapman. They can also call the main number for that, 800-686-2237, 800-686-2237. Ted Anderson, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Alex, for having me up.
You bet. There goes Ted Anderson. I like to get Ted up because I can't keep track of all these gold and silver prices. All I know is when I go out and shop it, always the best deal I can find is Ted Anderson. His regular deals are great, but these radio specials, well, Bob, you're a gold and silver expert, one of the biggest out there. Are those great deals he just offered on gold and silver?
They certainly are. They certainly are. And you can just see the history of the last year when he's been offering that Frank. I think he started about 135 or 140. And now it's moved up to 175, and that's below the actual market. And the same thing with the Liberties. He started around $7.50, and now they're $10, and on eBay they're higher. And so those are very good buys, and it's a good way for people who are not in coins to get started in coins, and maybe buy some other different coins or more of the French francs. And it's also a great way to get introduced to the International Forecaster at no cost. I mean, the publication, I've been publishing it for over 20 years, and anything that you need to know every week is in that publication. The things that are not on the mainline media, of course, that exempts Alex because he covers lots of what I do, but not everybody listens to Alex. So sometimes you don't have time. And so you pick up the International Forecaster on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and you spend an hour reading it, and you know what's going on.
No, it's invaluable information. Let's go to phone calls here. Well, I want to make this final point. We're not happy about being right, folks. I'm not happy when I get a Rockefeller Foundation document that they're sure enough adding hormones to vaccines just to covertly sterilize women. We're not happy when we're proven right. We're not happy when gold and silver goes up because it means the dollar is deteriorating. It means our future's deteriorating. But it's a stopgap measure, and it's just like Bloomberg said, people are rushing into it on safe haven. And so, we're just here adapting and trying to overcome and